Endurocross Series presented by PJ1 and Moose Racing. I'm John Simonovich, joined alongside by the lovely Lorette Nichols.
Ladies and gentlemen, what is going on? Welcome to the opening round. John, so excited to be here, and we have so many storylines to talk about stemming from 2016.
Absolutely, we had a number of great races. Of course, Colton Haaker dominated all season long, 5 top finishes, second 3 times. You gotta say that's dominating fashion right there.
Absolutely, but Cody Webb hot on his back tire. Cody Webb, very hungry, had a great finish in Ontario 2016. I think he has a lot of momentum carrying him forward.
I agree. You know what, Las Vegas? Who came to party? Let's hear you make some noise.
Yes. There we go.
I don't think that was loud enough. Come on, Vegas. Let's make some noise.
What do you think? Good?
I think that was
like
great,
it.
Lorette. Some new changes made to the 2017 season and the format that we're going to see, of course. Man, the no-joke lane going to play in a factor here a little bit later on in our schedule as far as the main events are concerned. Going to be a little bit of strategy behind that. What do you think it's going to take for these riders to conquer that section? Super technical.
Well, guys, these riders can take the no-joke lane only once during each race, but they can't take it on the first lap. So the start is key. You know it's critical. It's going to come into play. Do you take it on the first lap if you're out in the lead to keep that lead, or do you keep it, or do you take it on the last lap to gain some more space? We're gonna have to watch and find out.
Hey, you know what? I think a great platform for all these fans that we have here in this Orleans arena. And hey, what do you think we meet these riders?
Absolutely, I love that idea. Ladies and gentlemen, let's meet tonight's Lady Riders. She is the 2017 Western Canadian Motocross Champ and your 2016 champion. Put your hands together for Shelby Turner!
Also, we'd like to welcome Morgan Tankey, the Beta Factory rider here, and your 2016 runner-up. Put your hands together for Morgan Tankey.
The Australian Endurocross champ and the current GNCC leader. Get loud for Taylor Jones.
Let's make some noise for your X Games gold medalist and featured ESPN body issue rider. Put your hands together for Tara Geiger.
A former Endurocross winner, X Games gold medalist, and a 2-time GNCC champ. Ladies and gentlemen, Casey Martinez! Now, ladies and gentlemen, here are tonight's Super Endurocross riders. Next up, put your hands together for Tristan Hart.
And he's riding an SRT off-road A&E Husqvarna. Please welcome Tristan Hart. He's from Alpine, California, and is sponsored by Mom and Dad, Core MX, Tubeless, and Maximum Oils. Riding a KTM, please welcome Noah Keppel. Riding aboard a Factory Beta USA. From Scottsdale, Arizona, the cowboy, Max Gerstedt. Riding the Sherco Kenny Tire Troy Lee Designs Red Blues KTM. It's Corey Profunder. From Lake Hughes, California, riding the Kingdom O2 FMF Beta, Kyle Redman. From Gardnerville, Nevada, riding the Motorcycle Superstore FMF RPM KTM, it's Ty Tremaine. From Royal Oaks, California, riding the FMF KTM factory racing machine, please welcome Cody Webb. Riding from Paris, California, please welcome your 2016 Endurocross champion, Colton Haaker.
I know it's not your fault.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, get the spotlight on these two guys right here. Number one, number two, standing in the middle. Cody Webb, thank you for taking your helmet off so we can see that face. Listen, amazing series. I know you didn't accomplish what you wanted in 2016, but you ended the series, I think, exactly how you wanted. So how high is your confidence coming into 2017?
You know, it's really good right now, and I've been putting in a lot of hard work. I did all that extreme enduro stuff kind of during the off season, and you know, going to Erzberg again, finish on the podium, it was really a great experience to do that. And then just last weekend, beating Jarvis at the TKO enduro was really good to keep that championship home in the States. So, you know, I'm just really enjoying it right now, having a blast, and you know, be back here in Vegas racing endurocross. I wouldn't want to be anywhere else.
All right, Cody Webb, our vice champion from 2016. Best of luck tonight.
Thank you.
And right here next to me, number one, he had been working for that championship for, well, 10 years since he entered Endurocross, 7 years in the pro class. Ladies and gentlemen, Colton Haaker. All right, so the bullseye. Everyone knows it's on your back. Tonight, are you concentrating on defending that championship, taking the win, or are you just gonna go step by step?
You know, this year's looking really good. Obviously, I started out the year with the Super Enduro Championship. I backed that title up in Europe, and that was super key coming into this year. And we had some really good training. I'm feeling fit. I'm feeling strong. I'm feeling confident. I don't feel any pressure at all whatsoever.
Perfect. Colton Haaker, best of luck tonight.
Thanks.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, you guys stick with me for just a second. Please rise and remove your hats for the presentation of the flag by the Endurocross track staff. Please remain standing for our national anthem, sung by Jessica Lissette.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Put your hands together for Jessica Lissette. Jessica, thank you so much. Cody, Colton, guys, thank you. Best of luck. Johnny Ringo, Charlotte Abbott, Desiree Abbott, love you. You guys are inspirations. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go racing!
That's right, we're about to go racing here for race number 1. This will be the non-seeded Super Enduro race number 1. Starting on the row will be the 976 machine of Josh Greco out of Kearns, Utah. The 926 of Spencer Wilton out of Calgary, Alberta. Also, we're going to see Zane Robert, the 851 machine out of Minden, Nevada. The 815 of Tyler Kincaid from Olympia, Washington. Also lined up on the line right now will be the 511 of Richard Larson, the 356 of Dante Oliveira. Also, we're going to see the 314, the motocross man of Alex Ray. Also the 200 of Eric Rotten out of Montrose, Colorado. Also the 120 of Cooper out of Peoria, Arizona. Also welcome the number 80 of John Paul Seguro Vidares. And the 27 of Wild Wally Palmer out of Williamtown, New Jersey. The number 16, the youngster Ty Collins out of Riverside, California, lining up in the gate. Also going to see the number 5 of Quinn Winsel out of Canfield, Ohio, aboard that Husqvarna. And your final rider in the gate will be the number 4 machine, the 10-time trials champion. Welcome, Jeff Aaron. That'll be your lineup here for the non-seeded Super Enduro race. Of course, we want to thank all of you guys for joining in here at the lovely Orleans Arena here in Vegas. Let's hear you guys make some noise. Also, we'd like to thank everybody tuning in at home. If you guys would like to send out a message to all your friends and family out there, let them know to tune into endurocross.com for all the live feed and racing action here to come tonight for round number 1 of the 2017 Endurocross Series, presented by PJ1 and Moose Racing. So again, lots of exciting action to come here this evening. You heard us talk about it later on in the schedule. You will see in the main event for the Super Enduro main event, the no joker lane. That's right, the no joker lane will come into effect. Again, these riders will have to take it at one point throughout the main event, but will not be able to take it on the first lap. So we cannot allow all these riders to kind of separate themselves here on that first lap. And then again, they will be obligated to take that no joke lane at some point in time in our main event. So again, a good level of strategy going to play out here between not only just the riders, but also the teams, right? Because there's a championship, not only just for these riders, but also bragging rights for the top seeded riders and the teams like Husqvarna, of course, the Rockstar Energy Husqvarna factory machine, and then of course the FMF KTM factory machine of Cody Webb. So like a lot of great opportunity here this evening for each and one of these riders. And then in addition, we have turned in a little bracket racing style. So it'll be a 12, 4, 2, 1 bracket style. Number 1 obviously taking home that win and an extra point in the championship. So it looks like the engines are fired up. Who's ready to go racing Vegas?
As soon as they go across the start-finish line.
All right, so we got our starter mic down on the starting line now, signifying all these riders and make sure they're ready to go. We will see the 30-second board raised courtesy of Rocky Mountain ATV MC. Once you see that board go sideways, anywhere between 15 and 10 seconds, we will go green. So it looks like the 16, the youngster of Ty Collins, taking the whole shot here early on. Right behind him, looks like the number 120 machine of Cooper Abbott, right out of Peoria, Arizona, so just down the road. So again, Ty Collins, Cooper Abbott sitting in third, Mr. 10-time himself, Jeff Aaron, the Gas factory-backed rider. Certainly keep an eye out for that number 200 machine, also of Eric Roten. So already some great battling up front. Up and through the Rocky Mountain Rock Garden goes our leaders. Oh, Ty Collins getting a little bit sideways there, as does the 200 of Eric Roten. Oh, Wild Wally Palmer off the track. The rider on the charge right now, keep an eye on him, the 120 of Cooper Abbott. And you guys will see a little bit later on in the schedule, Destry Abbott will be joining me up here in the booth to call all of our bracket racing. So the 16 leading another lap here around the Orleans Arena. So both these riders are leaders, the 16 and the 120, just knocking on the door of the 20s. So these riders basically still in their teens and putting on a show for you guys. Las Vegas, you having some fun? So another issue there for the number 27 machine of Wild Wally Palmer, unfortunately, going down off the Rocky Mountain Rock Garden and the bike actually following him. So both riders remounted. That's the 80 machine of Juan Verde. So we have reached the halfway mark here in the non-scenic Super Enduro heat race. So it goes like this: Ty Collins, Cooper Abbott, our top two, followed in by Jeff Aaron, and the number 200 of Eric Roten in your top 4, and the number 5 machine sitting in that 5th position. That will go to Quint Wenzel. So as our leaders already approaching some lap traffic, see how this plays out. Could play in favor for the 120 machine of Cooper Abbott. The D88 training-backed rider. The heir to the throne of Cooper Abbott. So slow and steady is the number 4 machine. That's Jeff Aaron. Eric Roten right there, though, in that number 4 spot, looking good. And then Quinn Wenzel in her top 5. rounding out your top 10. Here we go. A battle for the lead. What do you think, Las Vegas? Here we go, white flag out, 1 lap left to go. Let's see if Cooper Abbott can make some moves. So you see the spotlight on our leader for the youngster, the 16 of Ty Collins. So Wild Rolling Palmer going a lap down there on that Team SRT battle machine. Unfortunate circumstances early on. Oh, this could play into factor. A couple ladders coming together here after the second portion of the ATV, the Rocky Mountain ATV Front Garden. So from green to checkered, put your hands together for your winner, the 16 of Ty Collins. So Ty Collins making his mark here early on in the non-seeded Super Enduro heat race. We'll allow these riders to get down to the podium. Hey, Las Vegas, what do you think of AMA Endurocross? That's right, I'm going to send it on down to the podium for a word with our winner.
John, thank you so much. John, thank you so much. Ty Collins, what a way to come out. Talk about the statement that you want to make with that win.
Yeah, definitely. It was great to come out first race of the year and get the win. Cooper definitely made me work for that one, but it feels good to come out and get the win.
All right, and we are going to see you moving on to race 4.
Definitely.
Hey, congratulations, great job.
Thank you.
John, back up to you.
That's right, thank you, Lorette, as we get ready for our race number 2 here, the Vet Class Main Event. That's right, Vet Class Main Event coming up next. All right, so we got a stacked field of vet riders here. Of course, you can't forget the number 8 machine, the Destry Abbott machine out of Peoria, Arizona. Looks like we have some Destry Abbott fans. Also the 37V of Craig Thompson out of Fresno, California. Also we'll see the number 41 of Holger Detman out of Germany. Right alongside him, we'll go to the number 47 of Ben Trapp out of Flagstaff, Arizona. And a fan favorite here, the number 63, put your hands together for Stephen Ford. Another SR team back rider, the 88, put your hands together for Dan Hayakawa. The 101 of Alex Lear coming out of San Carlos, California. Also, we're gonna see the number 104 of Nick McGowan out of New River, Arizona. And right alongside him will be Kyle Smith aboard the 146G machine out of Vacaville, California, aboard that KTM. And also we're gonna see the 209 of David Sturm out of Snohomish, Washington. Lined up at the gate here out of Scottsdale, Arizona. They're 305. Put your hands together for Wayne Dickert. Coming into the bottom half of the field here, the 321V. That's going to belong to Eric Shetler. And the 328 Put your hands together for Clovis, California native, Roger Flood. And rounding out our field here for tonight's vet main event, the 752 out of Hesperia, California. Have a round of applause for Cameron Welsh. So that'll be your lineup here for tonight's vet class main event. So again, we want to thank everybody for joining us here in the Orleans Arena for the opener here of the 2017 AMA Endurocross Series presented by PJ1 and Moose Racing. We also would like to thank all of our amazing partners who make this possible. Be sure you guys are tuning in, and anybody at home, we appreciate you guys tuning in and enjoying the live feed here at endurocross.com. 30-second board is up. Courtesy of our good friends at Rocky Mountain ATV MC. Board is sideways. Let's see who gets the whole shot, Vegas. And the fan favorite, put your hands together for Destry Abbott taking the early hole shot. Destry super smooth, only rider so far early on, and double actually out of that corner. And a little triple there for you, Vegas. So sitting in that number 2 spot, looks like it will belong to the number 88 of Dan Hayakawa. Oh, Hayakawa making a little mistake, regains it though, as he enters into the matrix. So already starting to look and check out on the rest of the field is the DA8 backed machine of Destry Abbott. So Hayakawa in second. The number 63 machine of Stephen Ford sitting in that number 3 spot. Oh, so Destry tiptoeing here through the Rocky Mountain Rock Garden. That's going to allow Hayakawa to sneak up on him, followed by the 63 of Stephen Ford and the 101 of Alex Lear out of San Carlos, California. So again, I spoke to it a little bit early on. We will see Destry Abbott here up in the booth, calling the bracket racing with me. So, man, what an honor to have such a legend of our sport to join me as he makes a mistake. So the announcer's curse looks like it just got him here. So again, that's going to allow Hayakawa and the 63 machine of Stephen Ford. So some carnage there on the far side of the track nearest our podium. Oh, a little step off there. I think that's going to belong to Thompson. So Craig Thompson, 37B, going down here in our matrix. And look at this lead that the 88 machine of Dan Hayakawa, the Team SRT-backed rider, has already separated himself as he makes a mistake. And again, one of the fan favorites himself, Stephen Ford, a multi-time winner here, now takes over the lead. So was not quite in the pictures, the 305 of Wayne Dickert, but now finds himself momentarily in second place, but that's going to allow Destry Abbott to now take over that the third place position. So again, some very technical portions of the track. I know earlier on we expressed maybe it wasn't one of the most technical tracks that we've seen all season long, but it will be racy. But as you can see, it is definitely difficult here, especially for some of these vet riders, and we will see that through the evening because the track is going to break down and going to cause a little bit more carnage here that we'll see throughout the show. So halfway flag is out as Abbott leads the way, followed in by Ford, the 63 machine in second, with the 305 of Dickert in third. And here comes the number 209 machine. That's going to be David Sturm out of Snohomish, Washington, aboard that Husky. So hard fall for our leader, the 8 machine of Destry Abbott. So not only a racer, team owner, team manager, man, he's the lead trainer at the DA8 training facility. Destry Abbott, wearing multiple hats here this weekend and throughout the 2017 season. Oh, two riders coming together. Unfortunately, that's gonna Stephen Ford to go down. And Hawakawa now will take over that number 2 spot. So again, halfway through tonight's main event. So our leader, Destry, coming into a little bit of lap traffic here in the way of the 47 machine. Oh, the rider moves over on him, so white flag is out. I know we got a number of fans at home, but Vegas, how many Destry Abbott fans do we have in the house? So on his final lap, and with this, he will be invited into tonight's main event for the Super Enduro main event, but it will be his choice to either choose to or not to, depending on where he feels he's comfortable or most comfortable staying in this class to potentially win the championship or go on to compete in the Super Enduro a little bit later on in our schedule. Oh, a little flying W action there for your leader. So another lapper right in front of him. But one more corner to go, Las Vegas. How about you put your hands together for Destry Abbott. And coming across in section looks like it will belong to the 88 of Dan Hawakawa.
I made it, Lorraine!
All right, so we're going to get ready to send it on down to the podium for the KC Folks Memorial.
Before we get to that, let's talk to Destry. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this man standing next to me is one of my heroes, one of my inspirations, and one of the best men I have ever met. Put your hands together for number 8, Destry Abbott!
That was a solid ride, dude. Scrappy but good.
Ladies and gentlemen, Destry went through the fight of his life, received maintenance chemo on Tuesday, and Bud, you just kicked ass after working so hard through that track. I am so proud for you. What do you even have to say for yourself?
I'm tired. I'm felt a lot better this morning. Just a long day and doing chemo on Tuesday. I'm blessed to be here. My wife, my kids. Cooper got second so far, and thank you guys for all the things you do for us. And it's been a tough year since May of last year. I've been fighting for my life, and I don't know where my treatment's going to keep going, but I wanted to be here and support you guys and my family as much as I can.
We love you, Destry. We love you so much. And ladies and gentlemen, we have a very special award, the Casey Folks Award. Lance Bryson, I would like to turn the mic over to him to explain that.
Thank you very much, Lorette. And Destry Abbott, being an off-roader and a legend that he is, this is very fitting because Casey Folks, as you well know, is the Las Vegas home of probably one of the greatest promoters ever in the history of off-road racing. We have his son here, Daryl, to present what we created, the Casey Folks Award. Daryl?
Thank you for being here. Las Vegas, Nevada, my hometown, my dad's hometown. How you guys all doing tonight? I'd like to thank Eric, Lance, Corey, and Scott Cox for making my family part of this. My dad is looking down right now, and I guarantee you very proud of what he's seeing, and he couldn't have picked a better person to win this, as the Abbott family and the Folks family go back a long way.
This is an award that will be given each year, so we will have a plaque created for this with Destry's name to be the first engraved on it. Destry, congratulations. We appreciate it very, very much. Yeah. Daryl, thank you very much for your father's efforts and everything he's done for off-roading.
Okay, I'll read what the trophy says so everybody knows what's on this. It says, this trophy salutes and celebrates the spirit of Casey E. Folks, Jr. His lifetime of hard work, dedication, and tireless effort shaped the heart and soul of the off-road lifestyle. Casey's inspiration, vision, and leadership continues to guide us and will never be forgotten. Booyah.
Thank you very much. We appreciate it.
Do a quick booyah. All right, we've been doing something all year. I asked him if I could do this. This is the location of my dad's celebration of life. I had no idea I'd be back up here on this stage at the Orleans Arena. But I think we've got a big enough crowd here to make it the loudest of all. What we've been doing all year is what we call the booyah. I go 1, 2, 3, and you guys throw your arms in the air and go booyah. Are you guys ready, Las Vegas? All righty, here we go. 1, 2, 3.
Booyah! Thank you very much, Daryl.
Good job, thank you.
Very fitting as you expressed, Lance, and man, we want to thank everybody for enjoying tonight's racing action, and of course, Casey, folks, thank you for everything you've done for off-roading here in the state of Nevada as we get ready for our amateur main event. That's right, amateur main event going to be coming at you guys. So line up in the field right now.
Yes, Vegas. Vegas.
All right, so lined up in the field, some exciting action going down there on the podium as the 976 of Josh Greco out of Kearns, Utah, aboard the KTM in the starting line now. The 926 going to follow in place. That's going to be Spencer Wilton. Also the 851 of Zane Roberts out of Minden, Nevada. Also the 738 of Josen Bridges coming from Phoenix, Arizona. Also put your hands together for Gavin McCarthy, the 514 machine. Also the 377 lined up in the gate, ready to do battle. That's going to be Brady Fox out of Highland, Utah. And out of Hollister, California, the 356 machine of Dante Oliveira. The 209 in the line now, that's going to be David Stern. And the 162 of Tyler Smith out of Simi Valley, California. And hailing from Kaipa, Hawaii, put your hands together for the 121 machine of Grayson Gonzalez. Also, we're going to see the number 94 machine of Carter York out of Flower Mount, Texas. The 63 of Stephen Ford going to be doing double duty here. And also the 57 of David Camo out of Caldwell, Idaho. And the 55 of James Flynn out of Gilbert, Arizona. And rounding out tonight's field in the amateur main event, the number 21, put your hands together for Kevin DePuis. So we got the signal down on the starting line. Engines are getting fired up. And we're ready to go racing, Las Vegas. And again, we would like to thank everybody tuning in at home for our live feed. at endurocross.com. If you guys are sitting in your seats wondering why your friends, family, your aunts, uncles, grandmas, grandpas aren't here joining us, yeah, you might want to hit them up on a text, maybe a phone call, and let them know to tune in to endurocross.com. As the 30-second board raises here from Rocky Mountain ATV MC, we will be going racing here for main event number 3, the amateur. Coming into turn number 1, who's it gonna be, I guess? It's gonna be the 926 of Spencer Wilton. So Wilton able to double out of the corner. That's gonna allow him a little separation here from the rest of the field. Right there, the 976 of Josh Greco out of Kearns, Utah, in the number 2 spot. And the Kawasaki-backed rider of the 851 of Zane Roberts out of Minden, Nevada, in the 3 spot. So we saw Spencer Wilton in 2016 put down some phenomenal races here. And this is really his opportunity. If he wins tonight, he will be able to advance into our Super Enduro main event if he chooses so. So again, not mandatory by any means, depending on where he sits in the championship or his efforts to potentially take the championship here in the amateur class or take that next step into the Super Enduro class. All right, so our front runners are 2 leaders here. The 926 of Wilton, the 976 of Josh Greco. Running away from the rest of the field and the only Kawasaki in the field. That's gonna belong to Zane Roberts in the number 3 spot. So everybody tuning in at home, you will see a lot of different line choices that these riders will take. And this is in effect as the track breaks down through the night, but also maybe some preferred line choices that they saw earlier on in the day through the qualifying and the practice sessions, as the 926 looks hooked up right now of Spencer Wilton out in front. So it's gonna be Wilton, Greco, Roberts, Dupuis, and Bridges in your top 5. Oh, Wilton almost making a little mistake here after the Rocky Mountain Rock Garden. Here he goes through the matrix. Again, really the only 2 top riders actually tripling up and over the water pit. So getting just a little idea of what the obstacles these riders are going to be facing. Of course, the rock garden, the matrix, the pond that you see these guys tripling over. Also, we have the firewood pit. Unfortunately, not here, but we will see that a little bit later on in our series. And also the tire section that you see these guys doubling up and over here right out of the mechanics area. So Wilton has a little bit of company here in the way of the number 2 machine right there of Josh Greco. So good battle out front here as the white flag is out for the 926 of Spencer Wilton. So again, this is for the overall right here. The 976 pressuring Wilton. Again, that's Josh Greco. So Greco, unfortunately, going down here in the Rocky Mountain Rock Garden. A little lap traffic here for Wilton, splashing through the pond. So we have our spotlight on our leader as he comes through the matrix. Hey, Las Vegas, put your hands together for your leader here. Spencer Wilton on his way to the amateur main event win. congratulations going out to Spencer Wilton, taking home the win here in main event number 3. So the great racing continues here in the Orleans Arena here in Vegas. Put your hands together for your winner, Spencer Wilton.
John, thank you so much. Well, Spencer knew exactly what to expect because he has come out and won this event before in amateur Maine. Spencer, but this was difficult. What was it about the track that just tired you out today?
All the obstacles are pretty tight together here, so you gotta really not make no mistakes, and it's really tough to stay smooth out there and everyone's right behind you.
Who do you want to thank?
I'd like to thank Rocky Mountain Honda, Spy Optics, Braceworks Canada, Pro Action Suspension, Fox Head Canada, and my dad and mom for bringing me out here.
All right, gentlemen, squeeze in. I'm going to get out of the way. Ladies and gentlemen, your amateur main event, your winner, Spencer Wilton, in second, Josh Greco, and in third, Zane Roberts. Nice work, guys. John?
Thank you, Lorette. I'd like to also ask everybody here in the stands and at home, if you guys are tuning in, how about you guys text in to 35134. All you have to do is text in Endurocross 17. That's Endurocross 17 to 35134. Again, text in Endurocross 17 to 35134 and answer some of the trivia questions as you guys see on the board now for your chance to win some awesome swag. Again, tune on in right now at Endurocross 17 35134. That's the number right there. You see it on the big screen. Do it right now for your chance to win some great prizes from a number of our great sponsors. All right, as we set the stage here for race number 4, the Super Endurocross qualifier. And again, the riders, the winner will get 1 point towards the championship, but also first gate pick going into tonight's main event. So lined up in the field right now here for race number 4, the 696. Put your hands together for the Alpine, California native of Noah Keppel. Also, we're going to see the 118 out of Redlands, California, Corey Graffunder. Also, we're going to see the number 84 machine of Tristan Hart, the Cowboy. The number 15 machine of Max Gersten out of Scottsdale, Arizona. Also in the field right now, the number 14 machine, your third place in the 2016 points standings here out of Gardnerville, Nevada, Ty Tremaine. And out of Lake Hughes, California, the Beta Factory machine rider, put your hands together for the 7 of Kyle Redmond. And your multi-time enduro champion, the number 2 machine of Cody Webb. And as the rivalry will continue on, how about it for your 2016 champion, the Rockstar Energy Husqvarna factory rider of Colton Haaker. So that will be your lineup here for the Super Endurocross Division 1 qualifier. And an honest mistake out of myself, he's actually the Team SRT rider of Kyle Redmond aboard that Husqvarna. You need to keep an eye on that guy. He's the Red Bull Rocks and Logs champion here. Earlier in the year, that's Kyle Redmond. And of course, you got to keep an eye on Colton Haaker, Cody Webb, Ty Tremaine, again, finishing third in 2016. Kid is full of talent and more than capable of taking home a win right now. So 32nd board is up, courtesy of our good friends at Rocky Mountain ATV MC. And we're off. Up the inside, it's gonna be the number 1 machine, your 2016 champion of Colton Haaker. In that number 2 spot, the Team SRT rider, Kyle Redmond in 2. And your 2016 runner-up, Cody Webb, sitting in 3rd. Followed in by Tristan Hart, the number 84 machine, and the 118 of Corey Graffunder in your top 5. So obviously, Cody Webb does not want this to be a runaway for our current leader, Haaker. So let's see if Webb can put down the challenge here for your champion of Colton Haaker. So here we go, entering into the Rocky Mountain Rock Garden. Look at Webb, tremendous amount of speed. So it's gonna go Haaker, Webb, Redmond, Tremaine, Hart, and Graffunder in your top 5. So unfortunately, it looks like Tremaine going down here after the rock section. Here we go, look at Webb stalking our leader here. Again, 1 additional point towards the championship and first gate pick here in the Super Enduro main event later on in our schedule. Walking the tightrope is Cody Webb here in that number 2 spot. But Haaker certainly familiar with this pressure. Again, coming off 5 wins in 2016 and 3 number 2 positions here in the series. So never once finished any worse than the 2nd place position for Colton Haaker. Side by side, Webb now taking over the lead. I'm sure everybody at home riding the couch right now is getting excited as the takeout there from Colton Haaker. We said all day long that was going to be one of those corners that would be the decider, and clearly Colton taking that move and now jumping into that number 1 spot. But Webb, as they had already separated themselves just enough, still sits in the number 2 spot. So it's Haaker, Webb, Redmond, Hart, Graffunder in your top 5. So also doing double duty here, the 120 of Cooper Abbott. Chasing down the 4, that's the 10-time trials champion of Jeff Aaron and the Gas factory back machine. So Abbott making a little bit of a mistake there, exiting out of the rock garden. So fastest flat so far for the number 2 machine, a 45-second flat. So Webb certainly a little upset probably from the contact and some of the riding that Haaker has possessed already here early on in the season. But obviously on a charge and hungry is Cody Webb. So Haaker, of approaching the white flag. 1 lap left to go as he runs up into some traffic in the way of Ty Collins, the 16 machine. So Haaker up the inside, closing the door there on Collins. But look at the ground that Webb has made up so far because of all that lap traffic that Haaker's running into. We always say this is the ballet of chaos here at the AMA Endurocross Series. So our leader approaching the final 2 corners here. What do you think of Colton Haaker, Las Vegas, taking home the win? Followed in by Cody Webb in second. All right, Las Vegas, put your hands together for your winner, Colton Haaker, taking home qualifier number 1.
Colton Haaker, congratulations, great job. What's happening here? I don't know what happened. I don't know what everyone's talking about. I obviously missed something. But after a 10-month absence, is it easy or is it difficult to find your rhythm and get back into it?
You know, it's not always easy, but you know, Cody was riding good, and we had a little battle. I touched him. Sorry about that, but it's racing.
All right. Well, were you defending your line? What were you surprised that he was there?
Either you know you're gonna hate or you're gonna love, but either way you're gonna talk about it, so it's all good.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Colton Haaker getting a championship point and gate pick. Colton, great job. John, back up to you.
Thank you, Loretta. I appreciate it as the crowd speaks here. As man, tensions are flaring up, and can't wait for this night's main event. At this time, I'd like to ask all Pro Taper foot race participants, please make your way over to the concourse. Again, we'd like to ask all Pro Taper foot race participants to make your way over to the concourse now. If all these riders would meet in section 102. So again, all Pro Taper foot race participants, all runners, please meet on the concourse now behind section 102 as we get ready to set the stage here for main event number 5, the Trials Cross main event.
All Pro Taper foot racers, please make your way to portal number 1. All Pro Taper foot racers, please make your way to portal number 1 right now.
All right, so again, everybody at home, be sure you guys are tuning in and tagging at Endurocross 17 to 35134. You guys saw it on the board earlier. Again, if you guys want to win some great prizes, some good takeaways here from the Endurocross, all of our wonderful sponsors and partners we have here. Again, all you need to do is text at Endurocross 17 to 35134. event. So a little chaos already here early on as the 318 out in front. Followed in by the 237 of Jordan Gambo out of Ridgecrest, California. So just a little mix up there in some of the racing action. We assume there was a Colonel Cross main event. Simple mistake. Open B main, out on the track, Lair, Gambo, Sigmund, Sia, and Alec Perrinard in your top 5. So we have seen a change for the lead right here. So the 309 machine of Gavin Sigismund out of Harriman, Utah. Sigmund, Lair, Gambo, Saya, Alec Perrinard. So the Yamaha rider, Sigmund, still out in front as he enters into the more motocross, supercross inspired section of the track here, just below the announcer's tower as he approaches the halfway mark right here. It's the 309. So Sigmund still leading, Later in that number 2 spot. Saya, the 6'10", the 116 of Paramar, Deckman in the number 6 position. We do have a couple of trials riders actually out in the field right now doing some battle here. So a little carnage here in the Matrix. To be expected throughout the evening. One of the more difficult portions of the track, like we expressed earlier. Again, we're not showcasing the fire pit here this weekend, but we will see that a little bit later on in our series. But obviously the Matrix is going to be giving these guys a problem. The palm for any of the riders actually not showing up and over. And then of course the Rock Garden presented by our good friends over at Rocky Mountain. All right, so the spotlight on our leader, the 309 of Gavin Sigemund. Sigemund out of Harriman, Utah, aboard that Yamaha, 18 years of age, swing gear, D and K back rider, Fastco, Land Recycling, a Chirby's Torque One, and Dragon along of his sponsors, to name a few. Again, amateur open B main event out on the track. Coming up to the finish line, Vegas, put your hands together for Gavin Sigemund taking home the win in the Amateur Open B main event. Vegas, make some noise here for your Amateur Open B main event winner, the 309 of Gavin Sigismund.
John, thank you so much. So Gavin had to work his way through the pack, and this track, even though there's been some rumblings that it's a little bit easy, it turns out it's not, is it?
No, not at all.
So how did you find your way through the pack?
Just a lot of being consistent through the rocks and making I do my cornering good.
All right, well, I like it. Who do you want to thank?
I'd like to thank my friends, my family, Cycle Gear, DNK, Fastco, and a bunch of others.
All right. Well, gentlemen, hold your trophies up high. I'm going to get out of the way. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for your Amateur Open B main. Your winner, Gavin Sigismund, in second, Drew Lure, and in third, Holger Dietman. Well, guys, we are not done because we had a trial cross rider that was in the event as well. Cole Cullens, come on up here, you cutie pie. He is the lone rider in the trial cross class. How old are you?
13.
13 years old and winning a class already. So, man, you just had to focus, right, and put your best race down.
Yeah, it's pretty tough to get around people out there, but I did what I could, so it is what it is.
There we go. Who do you want to thank, Cole?
Mostly my mom and dad for getting me out here, and my brother for helping me train and encouraging me to do this.
Okay, following in Big Brother's footsteps maybe, right?
Yep.
All right, Cole, congratulations. I'm going to get out of the way so we can get a photo of Cole. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Cole Cullens winning the trial cross class. John, back up to you.
Thank you, Lorette. Yeah, some great racing there out of the Amateur B main event, of course, and all of our trials cross riders that were able to make the field here this evening. As again, we had asked all of our Pro Taper foot race participants to meet in section 102 on the concourse, as it looks like we should be getting those runners here out very shortly. For now, we're going to roll out some of our sponsor roll call.
Technical workshop for Moto Valley. Vertex was born among the racing legends of Ferrari, Ducati, and MV Augusta. Today, Vertex pistons have matured into the racing piston of choice for riders and teams throughout the world. In disciplines from MotoGP, motocross, enduro, and trials, winning multiple championships. Vertex pistons, the factory piston supplier to KTM, Husqvarna, Beta, Gas, and the official piston of Endurocross. Vertex pistons, racing is in our Italian blood. For the past 50 years, Kinda has been building a better tire for life's most demanding activities. Kinda overbuilds their tires to ensure you succeed safely in everything you do. Visit kindatire.com and find a dealer near you. Pro Taper has continued to produce some of the world's most premium control components available on the market today. We pride ourselves in providing an exciting, innovative, and complete product line to fill the control and drive needs from today's serious racer to the average weekend warrior. From revolutionary innovations like the oversized 1/8-inch handlebar, twister throttle tube, 1/3 waffle width, and the micro handlebar, purpose-built for 50cc and 65cc riding. Pro Taper continues to push the limits and reinvent the way we all experience riding on motorcycles.
All right, Vegas, looks like we're going to get ready for this Pro Taper foot race to get underway here very shortly. Again, in the meantime, we would like you guys to tune on in text in at Endurocross 17 to 35134. Again, text in at Endurocross 17. That's at Endurocross 17 to the number 35134 for your chance to win a number of great prizes, courtesy of all of our wonderful sponsors and partners here throughout the 2017 series. Obviously, PJ1 Products, Moose Racing, we thank you guys. And if you guys would like to tune on in, all your friends and family at home, let them know they can go to endurocross.com. Again, that's endurocross.com to get the live feed throughout tonight's all of the exciting racing that you guys have seen so far, and there's much more to come. We still have the women's main event. We have the Pro Taper foot race. We're gonna have the opportunity for you guys to get a little intermission, go grab a cold beverage of choice, but still to come. Hang tight, sit in your seats, text in 35134 at EnduroCross17. And who doesn't like free stuff? I love free stuff personally. I know Lorette does. And all these Pro Taper foot race participants are certainly going to love some free stuff. As again, we want to thank our proud partners, Pro Taper, Paul Parabinos. I know he's in the house. You guys are looking to get part of maybe their amateur program, their off-road, maybe amateur motocross, supercross, whatever it might be. Certainly Paul Parabinos will be your man. So again, we want to thank Pro Taper, Paul, for coming on board and continuing support here for multiple years on end. Again, some more exciting action that's going to be coming here is tonight's main event, the No Joker Lane. Very much like you guys have seen at the Monster Energy Cup. Not quite that. It's the No Joke Lane.
Do you use engines? Number 1 engine champions use engines. Learn more at join my team at enginize.org.
As riders and racers, we understand the need to get quality parts, apparel, and accessories fast. We have the horsepower of multiple warehouses to make sure your gear, OEM parts, or accessories make it to your door quickly. Check out our easy-to-use website and experience customer service that takes the whole shop. Rocky Mountain ATMC.com. Get ready.
All right, so again, getting back to the No Joke Lane. All these riders will be obligated to take it at one point in time throughout the evening's main event, but they will not be able to take it on the first lap. That is a guaranteed. And then even with that, at that point, if the Joker Lane has not been taken at any point, these riders will be docked a lap. So it would be considered that they did not take one of those laps if they do not execute through the No Joke Lane. So again, they can't take it on the first lap. They have to take it at least once per main event. And if they don't take it, they will be docked a lap. So again, another exciting feature that we're entering here into 2017, along with some of the bracket racing that we're gonna see here as well. So what we're gonna do with the bracket racing here in the Super Endurocross, 12 final qualified riders in qualifying order will be broken down into 4 brackets. That's right. So the first bracket will take the 1st, the 5th, and the 9th place riders to be gated up, and then so on and so forth as it breaks down from bracket number 2, the 3rd bracket, and then as well as our 4th bracket here in the evening. So it's essentially going to break down from a 12, 4, 2, and 1 as, you know what? You know what time it is? Pro Taper foot race time. What do you think, Las Vegas? Are you guys ready to see these guys run the course? Not quite like the Spartan foot race, but this is the Pro Taper foot race here. This is a long-standing portion of our event at each and every round. We don't know who these individuals are. All we know is that they entered to win their chance to get down on the floor. They have a nifty Pro Taper shirt on. They have to remain with the handlebars in their hands. So very much like they would ride a motorcycle, the handlebars have to be in their hands the entire race. So they will be running an abbreviated portion of the track. Obviously, they will not be going the full distance.
All right, John, we are down on the bottom of the floor in the starting gates. And our starter, Mike Hathaway. Mike, are you ready to start these gentlemen? All right, Hathaway is ready. Gentlemen, hands on the handlebars at all times and on Hathaway's count. Go, boys, go!
That's right, Lorette. These runners into turn number 1. It's getting a little bit chaotic. What do you see from down there, Lorette?
Woo, there's a lot of sliding around, lots of crashing down here for the Pro Taper Foot Race. Hey guys, this track was just watered, so it is very slick.
Oh, we got a couple of runners going down. That's right. These aren't riders. These are runners. And rounding the final corner, Lorette. Your winner, Jumpin' John.
Outstanding job. All right, so you just got to look at that track. How difficult was that?
Pretty easy.
Pretty even.
No, I'm knackered.
He's knackered, is what he said. That means that he's tired.
That's English. English for tired.
British. He's speaking British. Great job. What's your name? Andy, congratulations. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Pro Taper Foot Race. So, John, now we're going into intermission.
That's right, the opportunity for you guys to go jump up, stretch your legs, grab a cold beverage of choice. Head on out to that midway. Hey, maybe while you're doing it, why don't you text in @endurocross 17 to 35134 for your chance to win. Hey, you have a break, you have a second from the racing action? Yeah, do so. @endurocross 17 to 35134. Hey, answer some of these Endurocross trivia questions, and you're going to take home some swag courtesy of all of our wonderful partners here for the 17 Endurocross series. Hey, enjoy your intermission.
And Mike Brown through that rhythm section trying to put a move on, and looks like he accomplishes getting by Jeff Aaron. Mike Brown is
Aaron getting sideways.
And Colt Haaker getting caught up in it.
3 wide for second. Oh, the 7 on the inside is Redmond.
He looks down. I don't know if he missed the brake pedal or if maybe something got bent. I think they would charge me rent for the amount of time I've spent in this wood pit. It is so technical and loose. I think he will. He's got long legs, Jason, as we just said. Long legs is what's helping the riders out tonight. Little stumble there. Guess what? The long legs help him through the wood pit. So I'm telling you, there's something about this track tonight.
The top 5 riders all go down.
He can get kicked. This track is super tough.
Oh! And other riders having problems. You remember this guy from the heat race, Mason Ottersberger, the 35. Aggressive. Awesome to have Taddy back in this series after taking last year off. Destry Abbott there in the 8, the 123. Kevin Rookstoll battling it out. Tremaine can't get going. He's stuck. Graf Thunder can't get going either. They're trying to bulldoze their way through this section. The level that Webb and Haaker have gone to in the last couple of years, and they are immediately putting distance between themselves and everyone else. The favorites like Kazusiak in the back, so these guys trying to take advantage.
Oh, they come into this all so tricky 5-pit section, and more drama. Getting down to the dirt. Oh!
Wow, I thought he was going down for sure.
I was with you on that one. Cody Webb gets a little sideways there. Doesn't lose the lead, but Haaker now basically right on his tail. So another one of those bubbles. And now Haker's almost alongside.
Oh! Got the pass, makes it. So Haaker now into the lead. And we didn't know what we were going to get out of Haaker. You heard Cameron talk about it top of the show. He is riding with broken ribs. And here he is in the lead.
Wow, this is a really gutsy performance. You can tell he's the kind of guy he's riding right now on a lot of just adrenaline and pure motion, because you know he's in pain every time he hits one of those logs. It's just violent, and you can see right now he's coming under pressure from our reigning champ who wants that lead back. No reigning champ wants to get past in the heat race, first race of the following year.
But look at Haaker.
Oh,
He's
a
putting
little
the
look
bike.
back.
Oh, he kept putting the bike everywhere Webb wanted to go, and now he goes down, which is the worst case scenario when you're riding injured. I'm surprised, by the way, that Haaker was being as aggressive as he was, trying to hold on to the lead.
Well, as a racer, you always give it everything you got.
Heat number 2, we are set to go. 4 laps to the blood and the beer. Here we go, David. Here's the start. And out in front on the outside. Oh, and he's down. That's number 40. A tough break for Matthew Henderson on the Kawasaki. He hit the ground.
Wonder if that might help him out or hurt him. Oh! We see more carnage there.
He has been rock solid, and he actually passed Hattie Leduziak earlier in the year, and there you see Justin Soule going over the bars.
Oh, as you see Ty Tremaine go down. Palmer, and now second place, down.
Trying to rip that thing out of the cases. And now our leader, everyone is having trouble. There's carnage everywhere in the Geico water hole.
For the title in this series before, but the rider doing that this year is the number 10 of Colton Haaker, and he goes down in a heat in turn 1.
And our leader has gone down. And just like that.
Look out! Wow! And that's Haaker on the 10, gets into it with Wally Palmer, and Palmer is down hard.
Wetzler, probably the...
and Brooks goes down again!
Brozovic took his time, lands it down again in the water. That does not feel good. There's water everywhere, and you're out of your sync. He's trying to get his feet back on the tank, getting his groove.
A hole-up, hung out for drive, and Haaker is taking over spots, and our leader has gone down. And just like that, Haaker has gone from 4th to 1st. Let Haaker on the child's flag, let him hear ya.
Colton Haaker, you've had a great day of racing today. Tell me all about it.
Wow, let's see. Let's start off with that junior class, and I'll tell you what, I was pretty scared about that, but that was no pressure compared to this. And I won the junior class and the junior championship. We won the expert class, and I won that class, and then we came out, and I already loaded my truck and everything. My friend came out and said, no, you can still race and ride the $1,000. So I got myself together and came out, and $1,000 richer, huh?
$1,000 richer, Colton Haaker.
Thank you.
Colton Haaker really aggressive right now. Look at all the body English. He's trying to make things happen early on. Keeping the pressure on Dietrich right here.
Showing a lot of maturity. Colton Haaker, the Lucas Oil sponsored rider, just picked up sponsorship 3 weeks before. And Haaker finishes 3rd. For the first podium finish is his young career, and boy, he's happy about that.
Well, it's just been a family thing with my dad and I, and it's always worked out really well, and this Endurocross thing has opened it up for me. And Lucas Oil stepped in to help me do my training during the week and get me to the races, and this adds another factor to my confidence, and my confidence is pretty high right now.
Heat number 2, of course, a stacked crew. Colton Haaker aboard the number 10. Come around the inside, doing a little banging. Always the aggressive rider, and here are the ridiculous rocks.
Oh man, look at this section. It's amazing these guys can even make it through this thing.
Colton Haaker, however, in the spotlight, taking home heat number 2 win and the direct transfer to the main event.
Colton Haaker is acknowledged as one of the fastest riders in Endurocross and has made yet another change in teams in his short career. Haaker now rides for Husqvarna.
Another one of those bubbles, and now Haaker's almost alongside.
Yeah.
Oh!
Got the pass, makes it. He is riding with broken ribs, and here he is in the lead.
I feel mostly that Cody and I are the two going for the title. We were closest in the title last year, including Taddy, but with Taddy out, it's kind of like Cody and I versus each other, I think, for the most part.
But speaking of best nights, might not be his best night ever, but what a performance. This guy has done it the absolute toughest way, an absolute Ironman. Looks at the crowd. Colton Haaker takes a crucial win and absolutely needed to gain those 3 points.
Complete carnage off the start. The 99 of Jamie Lanza, the 33 of Robert, the 10 of Haaker, all down in a big heap.
And it looks like there's also some damage to Colton Haaker's bike. Is it just visual and cosmetic? See the rear fender up, or is the subframe bent as well?
Got a lot of experience with this too. He came from behind last to first at our last event to win it. Haaker needs to beat Webb, and then hope Webb has some problems, and he's going to go for the kill shot.
And he did. He took the line away, and then he gets stuck.
Oh! And Colton Haaker dug, but in the end could only fight up to third place tonight. That's not going to be enough to get this championship.
That race was up and down for you, but second place in the season, you must be happy with that.
Yeah, no, it's a step in the right direction. Last year I was in third, so to finish in second is good. You know, I want that championship, so hopefully here in the future I can get it.
And look at this battle for the lead. Haaker up the inside.
Wow.
Welcome back to America, Teddy Blazusiak.
Put the fourth place rider a lap down. He wants to win this title in the worst way, and he starts the season with a bang. Doesn't just win in Atlanta, he dominates.
This is a momentum booster the season. Oh, and Colton Haaker, we didn't even notice that he was right there, and he made himself noticed. But I think he caught Webb off guard early in the season with the speed, and now he's going to call himself a champion.
And a lifelong dream accomplished. Colton Haaker is your 2016 AMA Endurocross champion.
The #1 is yours finally for the first time. How do you feel? It was a tough race, but you're taking away the win.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, I knew I had a big points gap going in, so I knew I could have a little cushion, and luckily the bike stayed together. You know, my mechanic, my best friend, did a great job putting the bike together all year, and you know, obviously it wasn't one in this last race, but it was one throughout the year when it really mattered.
Blazusiak almost went down and he takes the lead. Knight sees him. It's wheel to wheel. That's what it's all about. Into the Geico pond. And Knight is able to hold Blazusiak off. Meanwhile, Haaker got stuck on that Moose Mountain. He was going 3 seconds a lap faster, but he's dropped to 5th. We're 4 laps down. 4 laps to go here at the Orleans. Knight is dealing with so much pressure. And with pressure, you tighten up Lafferty and Huffman. That's the order. And they're battling through this rock section. Knight has got all the pressure he can deal with. Blazusiak has brought it like no one has been able to bring it to Knight so far this year. He is stalking the Knighter. Knight wheeling through the monster rock garden like he's on a trials bike. Blazusiak does the same. Blazusiak is right there trying to challenge Knight. Here we go, over the logs, headed to the finish line. Now 3 laps to go. It might come down to fitness at this point.
Look at this, Blazusiak tries to go on the inside line, passes for the lead, he has him. It is now Taddy Blazusiak in the lead, followed by David Knight.
He's only got 3 corners separating him from $10,000 and the win. Can Knight do it? Can he make the move? This is what it's all come down to. Knight is stuck. And in an upset, Blazusiak has won the Maxxis Endurocross. From the Isle of Man, David Knight is second, and Ahola, the Finnish rider, is third.
Redmond. Then you got the 27 of Wild Wally Palmer, who's one of the most spectacular riders in this series. Gets elbowed out of the way.
Oh, and Rafunda trying to do what Brown did in the first lap. See the guys now doubling that turn.
Oh, Palmer down.
That rock pile looks really slippery. I think.
Oh, Haaker down. Oh no, all sorts of tangled up. Wow, Tremaine and Keppel come together all the way over the bars.
We've seen that with Kevin a few times. And,
oh, Sandoval down.
As you can see here, this rock section is just treacherous, and these guys just falling off right and left.
And this section is tough. Oh, and down. Not what you want to have happen when you come in with a thumb injury. Pressure of defending a title, not a problem. Wait a minute. Speak too soon. He's down as well.
He jinxed him.
Oh! Oh my goodness! And there goes Prochnow down.
And he was second earlier though until this.
That's that section. It's just getting worse and worse.
Mike Brown has been up and down. Oh! Max Gersten. You don't knock Mike Brown down.
After a horrible start, and Lafferty is stalled. Oh, and a rider into the barricades.
Cole, as we said before, the rocks underneath make it very difficult. Uh-oh, Ryder having problems.
Ian Blythe had a little get off here, a little more traction.
It's the main event here in Everett. Oh, and last lap, Robert's gonna get by him and then go down.
Now Haker's like, what do I do? He's got to get going.
Oh, he just gets up in time. Robert's gonna try to fight back. Haaker holds on for second. Number 4, Jeff Aaron, is closing in there in the second place spot, multi-time trials champion there. Depending on how technical these tracks get, look at Haaker getting hung up in that tire. Oh, and Aaron almost ran into the back of him.
Oh, you can see the battles raging behind. These are the sections where it really helps him having that length in those legs. You see how he just whips that bike around.
We're on board, Taylor Robert in third.
See the same thing, the front two go wide, and then the third and fourth place riders get tied up there.
Collins and Thompson, he knows he's got to not throw too many away on a track that maybe is not perfect for him. Destry Abbott's in the lead, by the way. Got Ty Tremaine leaning on him. This is Haaker, jammed up, bogged up, stuck with Brown and Robert, the 3 and the 33.
There's still one final turn to come up as they go for it, both of them.
That's Cooper Abbott, who we talked about earlier. He has gotten stuck. Well, we talked about how technical this track was going to be. Haaker third and dumps it again. He was going after Keppel for second.
This track very tough and technical.
I think we're going to have a battle for the lead as he goes to the inside. And oh, makes it easy. A white number 3. And oh, Robert has caught him and almost hits him.
As you see the rest of the pack trying to get around.
And look at Haaker respond. He has started to pull away. I mean, we saw it in the first heat race. A byproduct of this course, just so technical. Here is Graffunder. He gets stuck as well, a recurring theme. So you're going to see the 10 of Haaker get around. This is heavy competition, even though it's just considered a qualifying heat. And a good start for Webb down to the inside. Graffunder on the 118 got punted over the tires. Cody Webb as he tries to go by Tremaine. Oh, and now down off the track.
Oh, that looked like that could
This
have
is
hurt.
incredible. And Palmer, oh, he runs into Smodgy, and Smodgy goes down.
Yeah, that's what we look for
Oh.
as you see Haaker now.
Oh! And he's off the track and down.
Taylor Roberts starting to pick up some ground. And oh, he runs to the back of Grafbund and goes down off the wall. Oh!
I was going to say, that's not going to work. It's going to be his evening. A big crash for the 28 of Bobby Garrison.
Brooks still in it as well, but right now, oh, Brown! Wow. And Webb is in the lead. So Palmer's where he needs to be. Then he goes over the bars in the Matrix.
Oh, and Pearson over the bars. And now our leader, everyone's having trouble. There's carnage everywhere in that Geico water hole.
Final round of 2015. And they're bumping and banging to the first turn already. Wow, Lanza, Robert, Haaker, all plowed to the ground.
Huffman, we knew the Supercross was going to hook it up just like they were in a big bowl turn, and they did. But there were logs, and they went down.
Cross, and he gets the start. Mike Brown out front early. Exactly when he wanted. Oh, and a big pile up behind, taking down several riders, including the camera. So.
Before we get started here in the Super X Bracket Racing Division number 1. All right, so in the Super Enduro Bracket Racing number 1, we will see Colton Haaker, also Ty Collins, and Corey Graffunder. What do you think of Corey Graffunder? One of those guys, he's not afraid to be outspoken, and, you know, obviously talk about the course and some of the changes we've seen.
Yeah, Corey's a really good extreme rider. I think that's going to help him through these rocks and the logs. You know, of course, Colton's going to be probably one of the favored one in this one. The start is going to be so crucial for the fact that it's going to be quick. One lap, if you get that start, you see how hard it is to pass. A lot of these corners going into the rock section, the water, you want to set up wide, but you're not going to be able to do that. And I believe they're getting ready to do the board here in a second, but I believe they're coming all the way down to this log and then through the rocks. And of course, as you see, the guys are going to try to set up wide to go up the rocks. Oh, here we go.
All right, yes, here we go, and we're off and running. Let's see who gets this hole shot. Colton, obviously known for great starts. What does it take to get through these rock sections?
Yeah, momentum. You'll see these guys are staying on their toes, standing the whole time, really being aggressive. Look at everybody's going really tight inside, and that's what they're going to have to do in these bracket races. But standing is going to be the key. This is basically a sprint lap, and that's what they're going to be doing.
How tough is it, especially coming through that corner where the mechanics areas, you're trying to read the board, but you're also still trying to get through that flat corner and double?
Yeah, that's exactly it. I don't think they'll be looking at the pit board for the bracket, but the main event for sure. Colton's riding exceptionally well tonight. I think it's going to be exciting, and he kind of knows he has it now.
All right, so your winner, Colton Haaker, taking the first bracket win. So it looks like it's going to be Ty Collins in second, and then, of course, Corey Graffunder opting to actually do the no-joke lane. So maybe a little test trial for him?
I think that's exactly it. That's actually being a veteran rider, and he knew he wasn't qualifying, so might as well take the joker lane and you know, get ready for the main event tonight.
That's very wise right there, and you're completely right. So we're into the Super Enduro Bracket Racing Division number 2. Tell us about these riders that we're going to see right here.
Yeah, we got a multi-champion with Cody Webb, one of my favorite riders, Cooper Abbott, of course my son.
He's one of your favorite riders, I'm sure.
Absolutely, and another one of a really good family, the Noah Keppel family. So this is going to be a good one. Cody, of course, is going to be fast. Noah gets great starts. Cooper, he's been getting good starts on the Yamaha, so he's on the outside. He might even cut under if those guys leave that door open and block past them trying to go into the rocks.
Well, obviously, Jeff Aaron has a great program with the gas and opting to bring up Noah Keppel. That has to mean a lot for a rider like him.
Yeah, Noah's one of the most talented kids I know. He comes to Phoenix and trains with Taylor Robert and myself, and he's a phenomenal rider with a lot of talent. So he's got a bright future, another young kid out there too.
Absolutely. 30-second board up in the air right here, courtesy of Rocky Mountain ATV MC, and some more exciting racing. Here we go. Oh, riders get stuck. It's free-for-all right now. Noah Keppel out to the early lead. Unfortunately, unfamiliar mistake right there.
Yeah, that was kind of wild. I think they checked up to see if they were restarting it, but I think two of them got hung up and tried to jump the gate. Noah put himself in a good position, but Cody, the phenomenal rider he is, has already put himself back in the lead.
And I think we saw that early on. He was really chasing down Colton even after that incident between those two riders.
Yeah, exactly. He's going to be tough to beat. I think he's going to be the guy that's going to be consistent all night. And after winning TKO last week, that was phenomenal what he just did right there. A little splatter over the big log. I think him and Colton are the only two I've seen do that.
I think you're right. I've only seen those two. And look at a little show off for the crowd right there as your winner, Cody Webb, multi-time Endurocross champion. And that's going to do it for Bracket Racing Division number 2, as we'll get ready to shift gears for Bracket Racing Division 3. Jeff Aaron, who we just spoke about, what a talent that guy is on and off the motorcycle, right?
Oh, absolutely. So talented. You know, it's like we talked about in this one with Jeff Aaron, Kyle Redmond, Eric Roten. You know, we got Jeff Aaron, 10-time trials champion. Phenomenal. You're going to see him blitz across these rocks using those legs, as we talked about. You won't see these pro riders sitting down through the rocks.
No, you won't. You definitely won't. And that's just that trials background that you see as we get ready to drop the gate. How about Redmond here? Man, what a great year this year, the Red Bull Locks and Rogs.
That was pretty awesome. With Jeff trying to cut under, Kyle cut back under beneath him. That was perfect. Look at this. Oh, there we go. That's the kind of racing we want to see.
You're not going to move Jeff Aaron out of the way. You are absolutely not going to.
No, he's like 7'5" or whatever he is. I don't know what he is, but he's a phenomenal rider, and I think Kyle's not going to give it up. This section is getting really slippery with that water dragging into those rocks, as you saw me go down earlier, of course.
Absolutely. What about that log, too, that follows those rocks?
The log, you got, oh, there we go. This is good. Let's hear it, guys.
You heard Destry. Let's hear it. Kyle Redmond going for the win. And he's going to take his Team SRT rider, taking home the win and advancing now into the Final 4.
Yeah, as you guys have seen, like even this whoop section that everybody was doubling through, it has gotten so slippery. The water during the night race starts dragging around this track, and even during the pro race tonight, it's going to be so slippery. The fact that it's getting hard packed, blue groove, once that water gets on there, it's ice.
How about these riders right here for Bracket Racing number 4 division? The number 5 of Quinn Winslow, maybe not a household name.
Quinn's a great rider. He did really well at TKO last weekend. Max Gersten, one of our D8 riders in Scottsdale, Arizona. Tristan Hart, Canadian rider, a lot of talent, another young kid. This is going to be a good one right here. Like I said, that start is crucial. And as you see, these guys are going inside, and I love it. I'm loving this.
Yeah, so this is the final one before we're going to go down and pair it to only 4, and then from there 2, and then we're going to have a winner here. And exciting, right?
This is super exciting.
It's a little different form of racing that we're bringing to you guys here in Vegas. Let's hear you make some noise for these riders. Max, always a great starter, and no different right here.
Yeah, see how tight he went? But he didn't set up. Oh, he still got through those rocks. Phenomenal. It's so much harder when you don't have that momentum. But he did a great job getting his toes up. Oh, that's what we talked about, how slippery it is. Good job, Max. That's the way to stay on it.
Oh, but look at that. Is that? Oh, Tristan Hart making a little mistake, but takes the lead.
Yep, I told you this track's going to get tougher and tougher. And that's exactly what's going to happen. That's why tonight's main is going to be exciting to see.
Yeah, it looks like maybe some blue groove a little bit slippery on top. Probably something that you're familiar with, though, living in Arizona.
Yeah, I'm used to a hard-packed blue groove, and what's going to happen is these guys are going to start trying to get out of that main line, like Max did a good job there. It's getting, look how slippery it's getting. So that blue groove in the main line, whoa, that blue groove is just getting too slippery, and these guys are going to start changing up their lines.
What do you think is going to happen if these guys go back to the lines? Is there like tire pressures or special tires maybe they will convert to?
You know what, tire pressure, a lot of them are running the inserts, tire balls, stuff like that. Maybe soften the suspension, trying to get the bike track a little bit better. But yeah, there's not too much they can do. There's not a lot of time now.
Here we go. It looks like we're going to have the number 2 of Cody Webb. So the Cody Webb and Kyle Redmond, here we go. Again, 2 riders that you're familiar with. You've done battle with these guys.
Oh yeah, oh, there we go.
Redmond's not scared.
No, Redmond, they're good friends, but it's racing. Look at them cutting each other off, taking lines away. That's good, clean racing right there.
Yeah, the Lake Hughes native right here, Kyle Redmond, unfortunately, succumbing to your multi-time champion, Cody Webb. And the guy is just so phenomenal in the rocks.
He is a phenomenal rider. He's so talented, came a long ways. I remember when he started endurocross, he was that trials guy that didn't jump. Now, look at that, that is phenomenal. You guys, that is so impressive to do. There's not too many guys that can do that, and he's came a long ways, and now he's comfortable jumping. He does great on a motocross track. Let's hear it for Cody Webb.
Yeah, phenomenal skill set there out of Cody Webb, the FMF Factory KTM rider, and obviously you see the talent that comes out of him and Red Bull and a number of sponsors that adorn his jersey. All right, so the next rider's up. It looks like it will be the #1 machine of Colton Haaker, and then followed in. Looks like it'll be Tristan Hart, I believe. So Tristan Hart and Colton Haaker. Coming in, oh, a little aggressive right there.
Yeah, he did the smart thing. He knew if he slowed down, Tristan was going to cut under, so he slowed down, and that's just being a veteran racer like we talked about. You know, if he gets on the gas, I'll get on the gas. And he was able to set up wide, and yeah, I think he's going to have an easy one right here.
Yeah, I agree. And what did you think about some of that aggressive riding? Obviously, you didn't go over well with the crowd earlier on.
Yeah, you know what? I know guys got a little worked up on that. And at the same time, it is racing, and I've been on both sides of that. And I don't know if I would have pulled that off in a heat race. That's more of a main event for me. That I think I would have saved that. But these guys are young, and they don't like to lose. And I gotta appreciate them wanting to win that bad.
Is that something you would encourage Cooper to do, or like you said, maybe save it for a main event, depending on the position?
I would save it for a main event, maybe a last lap, because there's going to be payback, and I think a lot of you guys like myself want to see a Colton and Cody showdown here in a minute.
Well, it looks like we're about to see that, and what do you think? Obviously, Cody had a chance to relax a little bit, maybe catch his breath, but do you think that affects these guys with Colton just coming off the track?
They're going to probably give him a minute or two to get his heart rate down. Like, I came off the track, I was at 193. I wear my heart rate monitored, and it's tough, but you know, Colton's going to have the inside. He's going to be the one that's going to check up, or is he going to get on the gas? And but I'm telling you right now, this is going to be aggressive. Let's hear it.
That's right, let's hear it for these guys. One additional point in the championship. What does that mean for these guys?
That's big. 1 point goes a long ways. Here we go. Let's hear it. Come on, guys.
Yeah, both these guys so talented. Oh, switching up his lines. Oh, payback. A little payback, you think?
This is payback. Cody's got the inside. This is going to be good. Oh, this is aggressive racing.
Yeah, the line got chopped there from Colton, but Webb able to it comes up a little short.
Yeah, I think Cody's going to call that one right now. He's going to save that for the main.
Yeah, so 2 points actually going to be in the favor of Colton here before even hitting the main event. That's got to be big.
Yeah, that was some phenomenal racing. I knew that was going to be aggressive, and let's hear it for Colton there.
That's right. Colton Haaker taking home the win in the first ever bracket-style racing. Destry, I appreciate you joining me up here.
Thank you. It's appreciated. The crowd's awesome. You know, this is a great sport. Eric Pernard put this together, and this is just going to get better round after round, and I guarantee you next year it's going to be a full house.
Hey, you're part of our team here, our family. How can we find out some more information about DA8 training?
Yeah, d8training.com. I do riding schools, online training. My daughter's selling T-shirts. We have the Purvines D8 team with Ron Purvines here in Vegas, his hometown. So it's cool to support him the best we can with helping us with the team. And yeah, I love fan mail. I love our Facebook, Instagram pages. And
what are those? Tell these guys.
Mine just Destry Abbott, and then we have our Purvines D8 racing page too. So yeah, it's awesome having so many people following us, and just blessed to be here and being healthy right now.
Hey, Las Vegas, how many Destry Abbott fans do we have in the house? Thank you, Destry, and we're going to send it on down to the podium.
Thank you, guys.
John, thank you very much. Colton, the first time that we have seen head-to-head bracket racing, a brand new format where we get to see the top riders face each other more often throughout the night. So give me your thoughts on how that went.
I thought it was pretty exciting. The track lends itself to like some decent racing, and I mean, there's back and forth, and the best guy won. That's all I can say.
Well, how is the track holding up?
It's slick. It's really slippery. Destry was just talking about it. Yeah, they're overwatering it, so they can stop doing that now. Thanks.
All right, well, words of advice from Colton Haaker. Colton, thank you so much.
Thanks, appreciate it.
John, back up to you.
Thank you, Loretta. I appreciate that. And man, quite vocal out of the Colton Haaker taking home the win in the first ever bracket race. What do you guys think, Vegas?
Bearing a seal brand in the industry that stands behind the product with a lifetime replacement. Why? Because Pivot Works has always committed to providing you the best quality components available, and we want to ensure your confidence in our commitment to you. Whether it's a proprietary fork seal design or our innovative shock thrust bearings, when you buy Pivot Works, you know you're getting a product that is superior to the competition. Don't waste time and money on the imitators. Buy the original and buy Pivot Works. Pivot Works, the official bearings and seals of the 2017 Endurocross Championship. Ride hard, ride fast, ride Pivot Works. Dirt Rider is your #1 source for tests and features about the bikes and racers of road cross and off-road. Gasket, a first name in motocross, leader in E-Kits electric technology, and has been the leader in competition-ready Endurocross machines. Visit gasgas.com to learn more.
All right, here we go. We're right back into racing action here for race number 8, the Super Enduro B main event. 11 riders going to be lining up in the gate. And first and second will be invited to race in the Super Enduro main event. As these riders on the gate now, Josh Greco, Spencer Wilton, Zane Roberts, Tyler Kincaid, Richard Larson, Dante Oliveira, Alex Ray, Wally Palmer, all into turn number 1 for race number 8. So essentially our LCQ here that we have out on the track, and this is the last chance, exactly that, the last chance to make it into the night's main event. And Spencer Wilton looking great out front. Oh, quite aggressive there out of a number of these riders. So up the inside, Wilton still going to retain that position here in the number 1 spot. Again, just taking a couple riders here into tonight's main event if they opt to take that challenge to go to the Super Enduro main event. Again, that's just an invite. They do not have to take it. So again, Spencer Wilton wins the championship run to the amateur to try to win that championship, but then again, also kind of trying to make that next step up into the pro class. So Spencer Wilton, the 926, taking the lead. And if any of you guys are familiar with Endurocross, certainly you're familiar with Wild Wally Palmer, the Team SRT number 27 machine, running in that number 2 spot. Yeah, hopefully all of the individuals at home riding the couch will say. These guys are riding the couch at home. Hopefully you guys are tuning in and you guys are playing along with us. Again, all you have to do is text @Endurocross17 to 35134. That's @Endurocross17 to 35134. Also hit us up on Endurocross, @Endurocross on our social handle. And you guys continue to see some great racing. Obviously, Dirt Rider, head on over to dirtrider.com also, or Dirt Rider Mag, @DirtRiderMag for our social handle. And come and have some fun with us and share some of your experiences here. Hashtag Endurocross, Endurocross17, whatever it might be. And let's have some fun here, ladies and gentlemen. Again, thank you everybody at home for tuning in @Endurocross.com as Spencer Wilton still in the lead. So it's Wilton. Still out in front. Wild Wally Palmer falling back a position. Juan Verdade out of Spain running that number 2 spot and looking consistent as he approaches the 926 of Spencer Wilton. But Wild Wally Palmer still holding on tight in that 3rd spot. followed in by the 5'11" machine of Richard Larson out of Kearns, Utah, aboard that Husky, 27 years young. So Larson looking to make some moves here and make the pass here on the Team SRT 27 machine of Wild Wally Palmer. Again, great outfit. We want to thank Team SRT and really bringing a number of these riders to surface. And what a great track and experience they have here with each and every round throughout the 2017 series. As Larson looking to stretch out the rest of his lead over Verdeeg, Palmer, Larson, Kincaid, Roberts, Greco, and Oliveira in your top 8 here as the white flag is out for Spencer Wilton. Again, the top 2 will have the opportunity to transfer directly into tonight's Super Enduro main event if they choose to do so. But with that, will not ever have the opportunity to transfer back down if they do decide to go into the main event for the Super Enduro class. So again, they do have the invite opportunity, but it is upon them to take that advancement and maybe potentially lose out on a chance to win a championship here for our amateur class. So it looked like Greco actually also trying to get into the picture right there as Wild Wally Palmer throws the bike. But your leader out in front, under the spotlight, put your hands together for the 926 of Spencer Wilton. Oh, battle to the end. Up the inside comes Wally Palmer to finish. As the exciting racing continues on here, Las Vegas, I'm going to send it on down to Lorette for a word with our winner.
Well, John, thank you very much. We are just getting our podium organized down here, our top 3 finishers, and we have seen this gentleman already. Spencer Wilton won the amateur main. Spencer, how are you conserving so much energy out here?
I've been training lots over the winter, and I guess it's kind of starting to pay off.
All right, well, that is also an LCQ, so top rider, first winner, and second place are invited to go into the main. Are you going to take that challenge?
Yeah, I think I'm going to try it out in the main for my first one ever.
All right, I like it. All right, well, Spencer, best of luck.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was our Super Endurocross Main B.
That's right, Lorette, and wow, Spencer Wilton opting to take that advancement into the Super Enduro main event. Again, he can't turn back now, so once that gate drops, there's no turning back for Spencer Wilton in the amateur class. He will now step up into the Super Enduro class and essentially be a pro rider. So big congratulations to him, his family, everything that it takes. I know you guys are a number of racers out here in the stands. Hey, let's hear it from our racers in the stands. Let's make some noise. All right, who's ready for the women of AMA Endurocross? Stacked field of talented riders. Taylor Jones out of Mooresville, North Carolina. Ryan Bradley, Casey Martinez, Tatum Harris. Also the 227 of Kendall Reed. The 68 of Tara Geiger. Also the 31 of Morgan Tankey. The 15 of Bibi Carmochi. And the #1 machine, your 2016 champion, put your hands together for Shelby Turner. That's a big #1 plate. That's heavy right there. And certainly she's aware of that. The 30-second board will be going up in the air very shortly here. Vegas, are you guys enjoying yourselves here this evening? All right, so the signal down on the starting line is clear. The 30-second board is up. We're going racing here for the women of Endurocross. So into turn 1. Looks like the 713 of Taylor Jones, actually from Australia. So she's an Australian rider living in Mooresville, North Carolina. But Tara Geiger, the always friendly, smiley face, and X Games winner. That's right, X Games gold medalist, and featured in the ESPN body issue. And what a big accomplishment that just is, to be able to be featured in there along the greats of some of the best athletes in the world, Ryan Dungey to name a few. I don't know any of those stick and ball sports, but hey, Ryan Dungey is certainly a notable one, and Tara was in good company. And unfortunately, Tara having a mistake there in the matrix, that's gonna allow Taylor Jones, the Australian native here, the 713, to take over the lead. And then also new to the series, the 496, she's had some spotted events. She's a multi-time champion in the Work Series, GNCC series as well. How about a round of applause for the 496 of Casey Martinez. Central California, rides right alongside Cody Webb. As you can see, she adorns that orange and a full factory machine. That's a 150 KTM machine, full factory. You can imagine what kind of parts that bike has on it, and clearly suitable for such a talented woman. So Taylor had an opportunity to speak with our current leader, and this is really just a trial period. Timmy Wiegand, the team manager for the Factory Rockstar Husqvarna team, gave her an opportunity to come out here, showcase her talent, and said, hey, if you're able to obviously conquer Endurocross and take home a win, finish within the top 1 or 2, could be that opportunity to finish out the season aboard that. So man, a lot of weight on her shoulders, as she did fall back to position, but certainly expect her to regain that here very shortly, as Casey Martinez now in the lead. So again, it's going to be this: Martinez, Jones, Geiger, Turner, Tanky, Reed, Ryan Bradley, Carmochi, and Harris. See, there you go. You never know what you're going to get lap after lap. So Martinez, unfortunately, making a mistake. And Taylor Jones now in that #1 spot. So it looks like maybe that's Ryan Bradley making a mistake there in the rock garden, trying to pick up her machine. And hasn't been quite the race that Shelby Turner was looking for. She adorns that #1 plate and currently sits in the what looks to be actually the 3rd spot. But how about Tara Geiger coming into the picture? So Tara, falling off after having led early on, now finds herself in 2nd place as we can approach the halfway mark. That's right, halfway mark here in the women's main event. Las Vegas, let's make some noise! So Taylor Jones still out in front. Tara Geiger in that #2 spot. Casey Martinez, in the 3rd spot. And Shelby Turner, your 2016 champion aboard that KTM, in 4th. Yeah, here comes the #1 now. Morgan trying to get in there. Casey Martinez closing the door though, just right in front of the mechanics area. But check out the #68 of Tara Geiger. There's one woman out there that is spicy enough and more than capable of taking the lead. She's actually crazy enough too. Oh, and newly married too, and now lives in the Pacific Northwest as Taylor Jones goes down. Here comes Martinez. Let's make some noise, Las Vegas. Oh, we got a 3-way battle here as I see the white flag is out. The white flag is poised. Casey Martinez, the 713 right there, Taylor Jones, and here comes more Shelby Turner. So Shelby Turner now in the number 3 spot. I feel like that spotlight might be a little bit heavy here on our leader, and looks to be so, as Taylor Jones now takes over the lead. So Taylor Jones, followed in by Shelby Turner. And, oh, Martinez actually falling right there in front of Tara Geiger. So Geiger looks a little bit stuck here. So a little track assistance. Oh, your leader, Jones goes down, so does Turner. So we have a little pile up right here after the Rocky Mountain Rock Garden. Oh, there is some chaos again. The ballet of chaos that is AMA Endurocross. Vegas, make some noise for the women. All right, so, oh! Hard crash for Jones, but look who's on top here, your 2016 champion! The number 1 of Shelby Turner. What do you think, Las Vegas? Your winner, Shelby Turner.
We have the horsepower of multiple warehouses to make sure your gear, OEM parts, or accessories make it to your door quickly. Check out our easy-to-use website and experience customer service that takes the whole shop. Rocky Mountain MC.com. Your first and only choice for products and accessories for more than 30 years, and we don't plan on slowing down. We've been a proud sponsor of the Endurocross series since it began, and we wish all competitors the best. The next revolution in auto clutch technology and performance is here. Radius by Reckless delivers the next level durability, lever control, and more direct power transfer. Learn more at recluse.com. With more than 40 years of manufacturing experience, the Cherbys have become a world leader in aftermarket motorcycle parts and accessories. EDC Brakes, a leading brake company offering pads and motors for automotive, motorcycle, and mountain bikes for over 35 years. Alpha Motors is the global leader in electric motorcycles. Direction connects recreation with world-class leading specs, manufacturing at its world-class California facility. Learn more at altamotors.com.
Hey, Las Vegas, do me a favor and put your hands together for the women of AMA Endurocross.
Ladies, outstanding job. There was a lot of work that was going on in there. Shelby Turner, sometimes you just have to put your head down and charge. Is that exactly what you've done out here tonight?
Yeah, I didn't even know where I was. I had a bad start off the log turn, and I could see them in the rock pile, and I was back on the finish line, and I was like, there's a lot of race left, just gotta keep going and pray that they make some mistakes. And, you know, I charged really hard. We ran into a lapper on the last lap, and it was a bit of a gong show for a while, but I'm super excited to come home with the win.
Amazing job, Shelby. Who do you want to thank?
Yeah, I'd like to thank KTM Canada, A&E Racing, FXR for making me look awesome out there, Arai Helmets, Alpenstar Boots, Oakley Goggles, Rhino Power for keeping me going all day long, V-Rubber Tire Balls, and my parents for dragging me around.
Unbelievable job. Ladies, smooch in, hold your trophies up high. And ladies and gentlemen, get loud for your women's podium.
All right, and the racing action continues on as we're in the Super Endurocross main event. That's right, main event number 10 as we get ready to set the stage as the 976 of Josh Greco out of Kearns, Utah. The 926 of Spencer Wilton, again, making that jump up from the amateur class. Big congratulations going out to him. Also the 851 of Zane Roberts. The 815 out of Olympia, Washington, Tyler Kincaid. Out of Kearns, Utah, the 511 of Richard Larson. Also the 356 of Dante Oliveira running out of Hollister, California. The 314 machine with a motocross background. Put your hands together for Alex Ray. Also the 200, we saw a little bit out there earlier on in our bracket racing. That's Eric Rotten. Also the 120 of Cooper Abbott. Lined up in the gate, you're gonna see the number 80 machine of Juan Verde, out of Spain. And also the 27 of Wild Wally Palmer. The 16-year-old, the phenom, Ty Collins, running out of Riverside, California. Also, we're gonna see the number 5 of Quinn Wenzel. The number 4, the 10-time champion himself, Jeff Aaron. Of course, we cannot forget about the number 7 machine of Kyle Redmond, your multi-time champion. Put your hands together for the number 2 machine of Cody Webb. And your 2016 champion, the Rockstar Energy Husqvarna factory rider. Put your hands together for Colton Haaker. So some obvious mixed emotions going on out there right now as the engines fire up. Who's ready for the main event? Again, we want to thank everybody at home for tuning in at endurocross.com for our live feed for the 2017 kickoff here for the AMA Endurocross Series presented by PJ1 and Moose Racing. We want to thank all of our presenting sponsors, all of our partners here that we're going to see throughout the 2017 series, and we hope to see you guys join us for another round as we get ready for the main event in the Orleans Arena. Let's go, Las Vegas! Tons of racing action to follow. Be sure you guys are tuning in to all of our syndication partners, especially Dirt Rider Magazine. Check them out as the 30-second board raises up. Courtesy of our good friends over at Rocky Mountain ATV MC. The lovely PJ1 ladies are off, and we're into turn number 1. And look who it is, the number 2 machine of Cody Webb. Again, this is where the no-joke lane is going to come into play. Again, these riders cannot take it the first lap, but will have to take it at some point. So again, there's going to be some strategy that comes into play. And looking smooth out front, Cody Webb, man, he's aggressive. He wants that win, especially after the little takeout move courtesy of Colton Haaker earlier on in our qualifying session. So Webb looking good. Tristan Hart in that 3rd spot, Redmond in the 4th spot, followed in by the Cowboy, Max Gersten in your top 5. All right, so 14 laps will be the distance here in tonight's main event. But look at the 2 front runners. These are the riders that we saw all season long last year, battling it out at each and every round. And again, you cannot take anything away from Colton Haaker. 5 main event wins, 3 of which after that came to 2nd places to wrap out the season as a champion. Pretty amazing, but Cody Webb certainly knows what it takes to win here as he's out front. So it's Webb, Haaker, Hart, Redmond, followed in by Max Gersten in your top 5. Also another rider we haven't talked about much is the 14 of Ty Tremaine. So Tremaine, one of those riders coming off a 3rd place last season. That's right, 3rd place in the championship for such a young gentleman, but he's poised to take home another win and find himself in the heat of the battle as the season goes on here for 2017. So Mr. Consistent, Cody Webb out front. So Webb coming off the Tennessee knockout race. That's right, coming off with a win, beating out Great Britain's own Graham Jarvis, who is a multi-time Erzberg champion. And you can tell that Cody Webb is no slouch on a motorcycle as he is currently leading. So Webb, Haaker, Hart, Redmond, Gersten, Tremaine, all out front. So a little mistake from one of these riders here. It looks like that's Wilton. So Spencer Wilton make a little mistake here in his pro main event debut. So the real battle right here, it looks like it's between the teammates. Oh, so Spencer Wilton going for the no joke lane. Maybe actually something he didn't even have an opportunity to try even at all today. So new for that rider, considering he just jumped up into the Super Enduro class. So already coming into lappers is our leader, Cody Webb, as he goes around, 10-time champion of Jeff Aaron. And Aaron maybe actually holding up that number 2 spot rider of Colton Haaker. So Webb trying to separate himself right now, and he's doing so. Watch him through the rock garden. It looked like he was on a highway right there. Man, I'm jealous. So Webb riding a flawless race, and I think you can kind of sense the timing right here, but for your number 2 rider, Colton Haaker, maybe a sense of urgency. We're about at that halfway mark nearly. So really, I think you're going to see some exciting action here between Colton and Webb here shortly. So again, what's the strategy going to be here for the no joke lane? Is Webb going to take it soon? Will he wait till the last lap? Will he remember to take it? And also that's going to play into Colton Haaker as well. Is he going to watch when Webb does it and then he'll do it the next lap, or will he follow him? I guess we'll have to wait and see. Colton getting a little aggressive right here. He's looking to make a charge up towards the front as Webb continually putting down consistent laps. Here we go, halfway mark. Las Vegas, make some noise for these guys. Hopefully everybody at home is on the edge of their couch in anticipation to see when the no joke lane will come into play. So less than a bike length between our leaders here. And again, we saw what Colton was capable of earlier on. Do you think he'll make the same kind of move? Here we go, into some lappers for your leader. It looks like they're coming up on Corey Graffunder. So Webb around Corey. Webb separates himself a little bit. Great level of consistency for all these riders, and that's what we aim for here coming into the 2017 season. Give it a really racing track, something that all the spectators can really get into, and I think we're seeing that here tonight. So again, what's the strategy going to be here for the no joke lane? There goes the 84 of Tristan Hart making his way through there. Cody, I think, setting up. Cody's setting up for it. Here we go. Cody through the no joke lane. That's going to allow Haaker now to take the lead. Webb, unfortunately, making a little mistake there, exiting out of the section. Again, these riders have not had much time to test it earlier on throughout the evening. The track has definitely changed. The track is drier, it's slicker, and you're going to see it. So Haaker still has to take the no joke lane. So again, if these riders don't happen to take the no joke lane, what you're gonna see is a deduction in laps. And right now, I think Haaker has his head down. He's trying to gap himself here, seeing that Webb already had to go through that section, but Webb's got it done. So what's Haaker gonna be able to do? Is he gonna still be able to retain that position? I guess we'll have to find out. Webb has such a smooth line through the rocks. Look at him close that gap in just that short little section. I think maybe Webb had taken it at the right time. But here he goes, coming up on the 15 of Max Gersten. Hopefully Gersten able to get out of his way. Oh, there you go, Haaker makes a mistake. Webb takes the lead. And again, Haaker has not taken the no-joke lane yet. So Webb maybe had timed it just right. But Haaker is aggressive. Let's see what he does. I think Webb just gonna sit there, let him do his deal. He's not gonna pressure it. He knows what Haaker can do. He's an aggressive rider. It's what we've seen all night. There you go. See, you just saw it. Throwing elbows, and that could have been it. There you go, he's aggressive, we saw that. And I think this is a perfect opportunity. Will Haaker take the time now to go through the no-joke lane? We'll see. So a couple laps to go. But again, Haaker has lap traffic he's gonna deal with right now. Wow, the intensity is building up, Las Vegas. Let's make some noise! So Haaker now entering into the Rocky Mountain Rock Garden. Will he take the no-joke lane now? Let's see. Oh, almost makes a mistake. Here we're gonna see the white flag out for your leader. 1 lap to go, Las Vegas. How many of you think that Webb can pull it off? Everybody at home on the edge of their seat, thank you guys for tuning in at endurocross.com as he comes down to this final lap here for your leader, Colton Haaker. Will he take the no-joke lane? Or maybe has he forgotten about it? So Haaker through the matrix for the final time. Up and over. Let's see if he does the no-joke lane. And your winner, Las Vegas, Colton Haaker. So Colton Haaker taking the first shot over the bow and taking the opening round here in Las Vegas. Look, make some noise for your winner, Colton Haaker.
Please visit your local power sports dealer for information on PJ1 products. Endurocross is brought to you in part by Tipper Sled, the leading snow bike brand owned and manufactured by Polaris Industries. A Tipper Sled conversion kit combines the speed and agility of a dirt bike with the terrain capability of a snowmobile for an all-new riding experience. Use your dirt bike year-round, anywhere you want to go. Stop by the booth or learn more at tippersled.com. Parts Unlimited would like to thank everyone who has helped put all the excitement and thrills into today's action. Thanks one and all. From Parts Unlimited, we support the sport.
Las Vegas, put your hands together for the Super Enduro main event. All right, so it looks like Lorette is down on the podium for a word with our winner.
All right, guys, we are just getting organized. Tristan Hart, what a way to start off your season, and you have done such work. Wait a minute. I'm talking to Tristan.
Now it's racing.
All right, well, hold on. You've been putting in a lot of work, and I'm feeling, again, like I missed something. So was there something that transpired on the track?
I don't know.
I'm not sure either. But great job, Tristan. And who do you want to thank?
My mom and dad, I wouldn't be here without them. Team SRT, SRT Off-Road, Kenda, Motul, O'Neill, A&E Racing, Husqvarna Motorcycles, and all you guys for cheering. That was awesome.
This is what you have been focusing on and working on. Tristan Hart, congratulations on your third place finish. Cody Webb, number 2 right here. Well, Cody, obviously a very hard-fought battle against Colton Haaker. A couple of taps out there. Were you surprised to receive those?
You know, the main event was good. You know, it was definitely an all-out battle. I was giving my all, so was Colton. I took the Joker lane early, made a stupid mistake coming out of there, but, you know, I can hear you guys cheering us on. It was awesome. I was giving my all, freaking, I think it's like foot got stuck in my wheel or something there. I went down, I don't know what happened, but, you know, I was bummed that happened, stalled the bike, had to get going again, regroup. He was too far gone. You know, it was an awesome main event. We're pushing it to a whole nother level. It's awesome out here.
And you told me earlier that you have been really working on strengthening your weaknesses. You look so strong out here. What did that entail during the off season?
You know, I just kind of changed up my track a little bit. The tracks, I mean, I hate to diss you guys, but this track was really easy and didn't really kind of show us just what we can do out there. Pretty jumpy, and I'm a trials guy at heart, and, you know, I've been putting a lot of work this off season, doing dangerous jumps on my own private track, risking my life every day, and, you know, I felt awesome out here tonight. You know, it's just 2 years ago I would have hated this track, but, you know, I had a blast, tons of flow in it. You guys were awesome. You know, it was a fantastic night, and, you know, I'm looking forward to the rest of the series.
Cody Webb, who do you want to thank?
You know, definitely I want to give hats off to the FMF KTM Red Bull Racing Team, my mechanic Robbie, my whole family's here, my fiance. It's an awesome adventure, and I can tell already it's going to be a hard-fought year trying to battle this guy, and Tristan, young bucks coming up, trying to take us out too. So it's going to be exciting for you guys, and I'm really looking forward to it.
All right, guys. Well, the track talk was that this track was really easy. So, Colton, do you feel like this was the separator between you and Cody Webb?
I don't know what the separator was. It was damn close the whole time. And we got together. My foot went in his front wheel. It's not like I stuck it in there on purpose. I have a broken toe, so I don't want to hurt that anymore. But it is what it is. It was an awesome race. I love the track. I thought personally it was great. There's nothing to complain about. That was some of the best racing I've seen in years.
It was definitely some of the best racing. It seems to be the show that's coming up, Colton and Cody. So how do you keep building upon this momentum, grabbing the win in the season opener?
Well, I started the red play, and I still have the red play, so that's all that matters.
All right, anyone you want to thank?
Everybody, Husqvarna, Rockstar Energy Drink, 100% Scorpion helmets, everyone that supports me, my wife, my family. You guys, I worked so hard for this, and, you know, we all do. Tristan's been working his tail off. I know Cody's been working hard, and I appreciate all you guys coming out. Even if you're booing, dude, I don't care. I love it. Bring it on.
All right, well, some fighting words there. I'm going to get out of the way. And gang, we are celebrating our podium for Super Endurocross. In third place, Tristan Hart. In second place, Cody Webb. And your winner, Colton Haaker.
That's right. What a finish there, Lorette, as these riders out on the podium. Big congratulations going out to all these riders. Hey, be sure you guys are tuning in, endurocross.com, and/or head over to Dirt Rider. That's right, dirtrider.com. Check out all the racing action from tonight's event. Hey, be sure you guys are grabbing the souvenir program on your way out. Find out some of the more information, all the details that you're going to find throughout the 2017 season. And our next round up, round number 2 in Reno, September 23rd. Not too far actually from here, so you guys want to maybe jump on the highway, carpool a little bit, head on over to Reno for September 23rd for round number 2 ado, on behalf of myself, John Simonovich, Lorette Nichols, we want to thank you guys for joining us here for round number 1 of the 2017 AMA Endurocross Series presented by PJ1 and Moose Racing. Safe travels to you all.